Ladies and gentlemen, the self-reflection part can continue after 6:15, 6:30 like that once sir's address is over. As usual, we all know at the end of the day, every day we plan to have our reflections on the sessions that we have attended. Starting with Professor Ramji, Honorable Vice Chancellor, B.R. Ambedkar University, who has emphasized on the importance of FDPs as part of implementation process of new education policy. Followed by Ramji sir, we have Professor Sujata Mukherjee, who has given an interesting presentation on what methods that one as teacher to continue in the pandemic situation. Followed by her, we had self reflections in the evening, and after that we have Krishnaveer Abhishek, who has talked about the emotional language teaching, taking photography as a case. And the day one ended. After that, we had a senior journalist, chief of bureau of the Hindu, Sri Sumit Bhattachary, spoke in the morning about how useful media in the classroom. Followed by him, we have Sri Ali Reza from Iran, who spoke about social media and its intervention into modern classroom. And we are now waiting for our sir, Dr. D. Vijay Bhaskar sir, who addresses us on how drama is used as mode of communication in 21st century classroom. So after sir's address, obviously we have even self-reflections part, and let's enjoy the cool evening with all pleasant inputs. As we all have same feathers, we flock together here today. We also enjoy Sir's soothing words. He is with his pen, never acted like gun. He has presented all his thoughts, vision, and his expectation of liberation um, was very smooth and was very straightforward way. There is no mystic methodology in his writing. So he is ready. I request Mahalakshmi ma'am to go
Yeah,
ahead introducing sir, and then we can start the session.
sure, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Good evening to all of you. Sir, am I audible, Hari, sir?
You're audible, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Good evening to all of you. Welcome to 5 days of 5 days FTP on photography, media, and communication. Uh, I'm indeed honored to introduce an esteemed personality and today's resource person, Dr. D. Vijayabhaskar, sir. Dr. D. Vijayabhaskar, a former director, Culture Department, Government of Andhra Pradesh. He is born in Ampolu, Srikakulam district. Dr. Vijayabhaskar is a poet, short story writer, translator, a leading playwright of Andhra Pradesh, and a significant pan-Indian writer of recent times. He is a man well known for his intellectual leadership, especially in performing his duties as a senior officer in the government of Andhra Pradesh and a creative writer with the same sense of responsibility and commitment. Dr. D. Vijayabhaskar sir is a man with vision and mission. For him, theatre is not a place of entertainment, but a place of enlightenment. His passion in writing and love for literature made him so famous from southernmost Malayalam to the northernmost Manipuri of the peninsula. He has made a rich contribution of 24 plays, and most of his plays are translated into English, Hindi, Kannada, and Malayalam. And some of his well known plays are Puliswari, Maunam to Matalu, Mahasunyam, and many more, and many more. For his love, passion, and hard work in literature and in his service, he received many awards like Nandi Award, Best Writer Award, Sri Potti Sriramulu Telugu University Award, Sangeeta Nata Kala Academy Award, Delhi Telugu Academy Award, Gurujada Sahiti Puraskaram from Government of Andhra Pradesh. There are many awards he received for his love in literature. On behalf of this FDP and Team English and Lindy, I welcome you, sir. Please address our gathering, Vijay Bhaskar, sir.
Thank you, Mahalakshmi Garu.
Thank you, sir.
Good evening to everyone.
Good evening, sir.
When Dr. Haribabu Garu invited me to take part in the FDP, I was a little bit doubtful about my participation regarding whether Haribabu is going to accommodate me due to his respect for me, or do I have any relevance in this FDP program? Because theater is almost, especially in Andhra Pradesh, it is a wedge of extension. Nobody cares for it. There are no people, writers, who are willing to write the plays, dramas. And even if somebody, a person like me, writes a play, nobody is coming to present it before the audience. And if somebody get prepared and want to present before the audience, the presence of audience is not encouraging. And how my mind has a doubt about how it fits, how this topic drama as a means of communication fits in the rundown of the program. Then what I did immediately is, I got the new education policy 2020 and gone through it thoroughly so that I may be inspired by the new education policy. In addition to the words are the invitational words by Haribabu. Then let me read out certain paragraphs in the education policy so that you will also be convinced by the proposal of Haribabu, and also you will be able to appreciate my efforts. So the highlights of the education policy emphasizes the first
Sir, we are missing your voice, sir. Can you just unmute yourself? Vijay Bhaskar, sir.
yeah.
Thank
Now,
you. Yeah, now it is audible, sir.
so I will again repeat some lines. So the highlights of the new education policy is professional education, adult education and lifelong learning, technology use and integration, online and digital education, and promotion of Indian languages, art and culture. The promotion of Indian languages, arts and culture, this is the point where I may be considered relevant. So the vision of the document also very clearly says is to instill among the learners a deep-rooted pride in being Indian, not only in thought, but also in spirit, intellect and deeds, as well as to develop knowledge, skills, values, and dispositions that support responsible commitment to human rights, sustainable development and living, and global well-being, thereby reflecting a truly global citizen. This is a vision, a lofty vision, a noble vision that the education policy is envisaging. Now I am convinced at this point, and the new education system aims to develop good, thoughtful, well-rounded and creative individuals. This is very much impressive. And after having gone through the education policy, I felt the entire document is nothing less than a preface to Natyashastra. Natyashastram is the fundamental treatise, is the fundamental document given by the Indians to the world about art and all art forms. Maybe it may be named as Natyashastram. It doesn't confine itself to dance. Natya means drama originally. Nritya means dance. There is a lot of difference. Natyashastram, it is an encyclopedia. It is a treatise, a document with basic, having 6,000 slokas spreading over 36 chapters. I will come a little bit in detail later. So I felt elated. I felt surprised. So the government, through its new education policy, is now hoping to create its citizens a good, thoughtful, and creative individuals. How creativity comes, what actually creativity means, these things we have to ponder upon. Now coming to the communication, because it is an age of communication, and the subject is also drama we are considering as the one of the effective communicative means or means of communication. Then what is a communication? Communication is nothing but exchanging or sharing of information, ideas, feelings, experience, our hopes, aspirations, whatnot. Whatever the human brain thinks about, that if we share with other people, then it is a communication. This may be verbal or non-verbal, written or visual. These are all basic things everybody knows, just to set in a mood for my further thing. I'm going through all these basic things. And the functions of the communication is also multidimensional. The communication should have certain qualities. It should have information, a command or a request to the society or to the individual or a group of individuals, persuasion, education, entertainment, and development. So, as I mentioned earlier regarding Natyashastra, Bharatamuni, it was written by Bharatamuni. The communication system, the communication process, he has fit in 4 words. That is Vachakam, Angikam, Sattvam, and Aharyam. So this is how the Indian traditional art form was evolved. So there is a very beautiful sloka, Angikam Bhavanam Yasya, Vachikam Sarvavangmayam, Aharyam Chandra Tarati Satvikam Sivam. So how beautifully the communication process is enveloped in a single sloka, keeping the entire university, the entire universe as a unit. Here in this sloka, whose expressive body is the entire university, Angikam Bhuvanam Yasya. The entire the expressive body is the universe. Vachikam Sarvavangmayam, whose speech is the universal sound. Aharyam Chandra Taradi Satvikam Sivam, whose ornaments are nothing less than the stars and the moon. Aharyam Chandra Taradi Satvikam Sivam. So to that, the mighty person, to that God, I pray like this. The entire process of communication is enveloped in a single Sanskrit sloka. So then coming to the drama, what is actually a drama means? Drama is a very concerted effort. It is a combination of all art forms. It is not a single art form. It is a combination. It provides the students with an opportunity to work together cooperatively on the shared life. It teaches the students how to influence others and how to put themselves in the shoes of others. That's what we call technically empathy. People have show a lot of sympathy on others, on other fellow human beings, on other creatures. But very few people have the element of empathy, placing ourselves in the shoes of others. So in Mahabharata also, there is a wonderful saying, don't do others whatever you don't want them to do to you. So we should not expect, we are not expected to do anything what we expect others not to do. So what beautiful thing it is. That means we are placing ourselves in the shoes of others. Then in my opinion, drama is, you may ask me, there are other literary forms like poetry, short story, novel. Why you take drama only very effective than others? Yes, you are correct. There are other literary forms like poetry, short story, novel, and in that categories there are so many differences, varieties of things we know. And you are all in the faculty of teaching faculty, you are members of teaching faculty and more qualified than me, regularly attending the teaching process to the students. You know better than me what a short story is, what a novel is, what a drama is, what an epic is. But still, as a part of my lecture, I have to tell you the difference, the impact of the difference, not actually the verbatim about the differences, the impact of the difference. I have to tell, because I am here to justify on behalf of the drama as an effective way of communication. generally, whenever I give an interview, the press people ask me, the general question is, very frequent question is, sir, how did you, why did you opt drama without opting poetry? You are concentrating more on poetry or short story. I've written poetry also. I've written short story also. Recently, I've written one novel also. Then my question is, drama is something which suits my nature. Drama is a powerful weapon. I felt that drama is a powerful means of expression, a powerful method of articulating my feelings, my pain, my suffering, my experiences. When I want to share my feelings to the rest of the society, initially I tried with all the genres, but the satisfaction that I got more is only with the drama. That's why I concentrated more on drama than other literary forms. But that is my general thing, my answer to the question. Here also, you know, there are so many poets in English. I need not mention the names, and I need not tell their contribution. You are more aware. But I will mention, suppose you take the poem of John Donne. When I was studying literature, our professors used to tell, done cannot be undone. So we cannot leave John Donne as a choice. See here, in one, no man is an island. Sorry, I'm telling you, I'm quoting you all the names, all the lines which are very familiar to you. But the thing is, it is the quality of the literature. The quality of literature is to make the familiar unfamiliar and unfamiliar familiar. So a man's death, he says in that poem, a man's death diminishes me because I am involved in mankind and therefore never sound to know for whom the bell tolls. It tolls for thee. So our professor, if anybody, he used to tell, I think Swami Garu used to tell us this poem, if any man dies, or any creature for that matter dies, part of me is dead. Part of me is dead. So it is that what in our philosophy we say that the Paramatma pervades in all Atmas. Every Atma is nothing but a miniature of the Paramatma, and Paramatma is spread all over the human beings. So what does it mean? If anybody dies, if anything dies, don't think that that particular man or that particular creature or that particular animal is dead. Part of us also dead. So like that, you can quote any poem. Many poems we have. And I am fascinated to read out one poem, our nature's poet, Wordsworth. I wandered lonely as a cloud. I wandered lonely as a cloud that floats on high over vales and hills. When all at once I saw a crowd, a host of golden daffodils, in vacant or pensive mood. This is a wonderful line which always remembers. In vacant or pensive mood, they flash upon that inward eye. This is another word. Inward eye. which is the bliss of the solitude. Again, solitude. These are all the very fond words for a poet or a writer. And then my heart with pleasure fills and dances with the daffodils. So he is the man who gives a very beautiful definition for the word poetry. You all know poetry is nothing but the recollection of memories in tranquility. So like this, you have, because when I go deep into the part of the drama, I request you to compare the feeling you got with the poetry and with that of the drama. That is my idea in reading of one or two poems. And you know, short story is a piece of prose fiction which focus on self-contained incident or series of incidents with the intent of evoking a single effect or mood. And novel is a relatively elaborate work of narration. And at this juncture, I remember one good definition for poetry and prose. What is prose? The prose is nothing but arrangement of good words in good order. And the poetry is the arrangement of best words in the best order. I think it is the simplest definition for poetry and literary work which I came across. Now coming to the drama. In a drama, we have certain qualities, certain ingredient characteristics. What are the distinctive characteristics of a drama? More than poetry, or if we look at it, there will be full-fledged characters, dialogues, plot construct, and conflict. What is a character? In drama, character is a person with the help of whom the story of our narrative will be proceed further. So dialogue is nothing but a conversation between two or more persons, the exchange of ideas, opinions on a particular issue with a view to reach the amicable agreement or settlement. And there will be definitely a conflict in the drama. In poetry or the prose or a short story fiction, there may not be a conflict. There may not be, the dialogues may not be so intense, and the characters may not be full-fledged. But in a drama, why I am telling all these things, the students can have practice improvisations of a scene, exchange of role play. So if the students are made aware, what are the ingredients for a drama? What are the characteristics of a drama? And how it is different from the rest of the literary forms. We don't think that it is only the subject matter for the consumption of the literary students or students of English literature or Telugu literature. It is a subject matter to be studied by all the students. That's what the new policy says, education policy says. Now, I will come back to where I left our history, the great history regarding culture and art forms. Actually, the document, I skipped that part. The document tells about certain names and certain places who brought enormous respect and prestige for Indian culture and art forms. The document says quotes about Panini. The document says about Patanjali. The document says Bharatamuni, Nagarjuna, Bhaskara. All these eminent, who added knowledge of their part, their contribution to the total wisdom of Indian philosophy and art forms and culture. So here, there is again a lot of difference between the English, you know, English people, they don't have their own classical literature. They borrowed or they are influenced by the Greek and Latin. But here in India, all the regional languages more or less influenced by the Sanskrit language, and Sanskrit language was the storehouse of knowledge for so many things. So here also, regarding why I am specifically elaborately mentioning about the Natya Shastra, you know, in Greek, Plato completely banned poetics in poetry or any creative writing in his Republic. But it is Aristotle who permitted or who allowed the poetry, means drama, and has given a very good definition, which we all read in our where there is a catharsis. It is an action of a highly placed person who meets his end in a tragic way because of his hamartia, tragic flaw, which is a popular word. But here in India, it is not like that. It is a Natya Shastra is a very comprehensive treatise document written between 500, the historians calculated, it may be between 500 BC to 500, 1,000 years gap they have given. And it has 36 chapters, 6,000 poetic works. So it deals very, very elaborately regarding dramatic composition, structure of the play, construction of the stage, genres of acting, body movements, makeup and costume, role and goal of a director, music. There is a number of musical instruments were also named in the book. Musical instruments, integration of music with art form. So like that, it has given a wonderful account about the performance on a stage. And this, the origin of the book also, the origin of this Grantha, this is called Panchama Veda. Natya Vedam is also, it is called otherwise Natya Veda or Panchama Veda, because there are already 4 Vedas. Now this is treated as 5th Veda. And the origin, Natyotpatti, there is one chapter on the Natyotpatti, that means the genesis or the birth of the origin of the Natya Shastra. Once all the rishis approached Brahma and requested that as the Sudras and the women were not allowed to read or listen Vedas, let one Veda or one treatise or one art form be generated which affects visually and audio video phenomena. They requested for audio video phenomena in those days. So which appeals through ear and eyes, drushya sravya. they used in Sanskrit Drushya Sravya. That means the drama is it appeals to both ear and eyes. So then Brahma consulted all the 4 Vedas and he took text from Rigveda, music from Samavedam, acting from Yajurvedam, and rasas from Atharva Veda. So combining all these 4 elements, he has created this Natya Shastram. And there is Rasa Siddhanta is there, the concept of rasa. Now we have Navarasa, but in those days it was only 8. Later on, Santarasam was included. Srungara, Hasya, Karuna, Raudra, Veera, Bhayanaka, Bhibhatsa, Adbhuta. So Santarasa was added later on. And there are how many types of dramas are there? Dasharupaka, Natakam, Prakaranam, Ankam, Vyayogam, Bhanam, Samavakaram, Vidhi, Prahasanam, Dimam, Yehamrugam. This means we call just nowadays, we call play and playlet. But it was 10 types of dramas, Rupakas are there. Rupa is also another name for drama, Natakam. So Dasharupakalu. What are the qualities of each one? What is Natakam? How it different from Prakaranam? How it different from Ankam? How all 9 differ from Ihamrugam? What is a Banam? What is a Vividhi? Like that, he has elaborately discussed the drama in a scientific manner. So, each student, in my view, my opinion is, it must be, it brings the life in size before the students, before the teachers who read it for the first time. So without that, drama is nothing but, we all know that it mirrors life. It mirrors life. It is nothing short of life. Shakespeare's one quotation, popular quotation is also there. We all know. So dialogue plays very important. How our ancestors, our great grand parents, our Purvika, ancestors, they brought credit, respect, regard, honor to our country in the realms of literature. You know, Kalidas wrote 3 dramas. He was considered to be one of the highest poets of highest order in the world. He wrote 3: Abhijnana Shakuntalam, Malavikagnamitram, Vikramorvasiyam. Out of these 3, Abhijnana Shakuntalam has a special recognition all over the world. Yet, especially the German writer, how it go to Goethe, he danced after reading Shakuntalam. In 1791, George Foster translated this play into German language. While translating, he praised Shakuntalam like this: I can't easily find a product of the human mind. See what sort of words he used acclaiming Shakuntalam. I can't easily find a product of the human mind more pleasant than this. A real blossom of the Orient, the first and the most beautiful of its kind. Something like that, of course, appears one in every 2000 years. So it is a rare literary creative work on the surface of this earth, which happens to come, which happens to happen. These things, these wonderful things only happen just because of some natural phenomena. So he acclaimed it, he praised it as a rare piece which comes onto this world for after every 2000 years. So these are the words of George Foster, who translated Shakuntalam in Germany. India is superior in everything, intellectually, religiously. Even Greek heritage plays in pale in comparison. So this is where my mind stuck to me, halting for a while, thinking that the new education policy wants the present Indian generations to think, to remind about the greatness of our past. Past means it is not just because rolling of years, days, months. It is something what we have shown to the rest of the world in the name of civilization and culture and literature. That is the history, that is the civilization, that is this is what India is superior in everything. These are the words uttered by Heinrich Heine, Schiller, Hebel, passionately appreciating this drama. This is what exactly I found that the new education policy wants to bring changes in the system and ultimately in the society. And Goethe, who Dan raptured with joy and danced, he said that, wouldest thou the young year's blossoms and the fruits of its decline, and all by which the soul is charmed and raptured, feasted, fed, wouldest thou the earth and heaven itself in one sole name combined, I name thee, O Shakuntala, and at once he said. If you wish to see, he elaborated further, the meaning of this I will elaborate. If you wish to see you the young flowers of spring and ready to pluck fruits at a summer at once, the flowers and fruits at once, or if you want to see that object which pleases, hypnotizes, delights and quenches you at once, if you wish to see the earth and heaven in one look, I invoke the name of Shakuntala and all quests are answered at once. So that is the greatness of our Indian literature. So like this, we can quote number of passages, number of things we can cite. Aryabhatta, Varahamihra, not one or two. So in the policy itself, they have all noted down. So with this, what I feel is, so drama and the subject matter of a drama, the format, the construct, the ingredients in a drama are very, very effective and were very, very useful for the students to develop their all-round personality. How if we encounter so many ups and downs, problems, questions in our life, but by drama, these students will have an advanced information about these problems, what they are going to encounter in their life, and they will be equipped with the answers, the knowledge, well in advance to tackle the problems they face in their life. So what the drama gives you? The drama gives you an advanced information about the problems, about the tasks you have to see. And by rendering the dialogues in the drama, your articulation must be always, for a student, the articulation must be very clear. You know, the student should never be inexpressive. They should be expressive. Like our Haribabu Garu. He is so expressive in his conversation. See, you know the drama King Lear. The last daughter of King Lear, Cordelia, is inexpressive, is not adequately expressed. So the king asked his 3 daughters, Regan, Gondril, and Cordelia, how much love you have for me? The eldest one says, Daddy, I will love you more than anything in my life, more than my husband, more than my children, more than my life. Then the second one, Gondril, also came and said this in the same coin. But when the beautiful angel, the cute angel, Cordelia, her name is also, see how cute it is, Cordelia. She said, Daddy, I will love you as much as a daughter loves her father. Now this king became furious. The king became very angry. So because he compared the elder ones with the youngest one, she is not expressive. And then she she distributed his entire kingdom between the 2 daughters, and she denied everything, property, prosperity, kingdom, everything. She told, there is a very famous line is there, nothing comes out of nothing. Then he insisted the Cordelia to tell more and more. No, she said nothing. Then nothing comes out of nothing. I don't want to give anything. Then what happened? Everything went tragic. Wars were fought, and in that everybody killed, including Cordelia, and King Lear gone mad. So here, my point is, why I'm telling, one must be very expressive, very articulate. If this happens, this gift will be given by drama, practicing drama, by becoming part of the drama. And you know another popular play of Shakespeare, Julius Caesar. Caesar was killed by the conspirators, Brutus, Cassio, and Casca. But when Caesar's body was laid down the streets of the Rome, Mark Antony comes. The situation is very bad. Every Roman was against Caesar. Then you know the famous funeral speech of Mark Antony, how he turned the entire situation in favor of Julius Caesar and made the Romans to kill these conspirators. Very, 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 how all these things happened? In his speech, he says, friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. I come to bury Caesar, not to praise him. The evil that men do lives after them. The good is often interred with their bones. So let it be with Caesar. The noble Brutus has told Caesar was ambitious. If it were so, it was a grievous fault. And grievously Caesar has answered it. Here, under leave of Brutus and the rest, for Brutus is an honorable man. See how sarcastically he uses the sentence, Brutus is an honorable man. My heart is in the coffin with the Caesar, and I must pause till it comes back to me. So how skillfully he coined the words. So command over the language. Command over the language will come. If for Telugu people, we all know how N.T. Ramarao used to speak, how he inspired the entire Andhra with his words. So these are the, how he got that eloquency, frequency. It is because of his playing roles in different films. Of course, now film is also, we can treat it in this context as a synonym to the drama. So the advantages of a drama like this. So you have in that policy document used so brilliantly all the technical terms which are useful. Resilience. They use resilience. Resilience means power to come back. Sometimes we face, we fall down to the lowest step, but coming back power, we call it coming back. So that resilience, how do we get resilience? How do we face the problems? Decision-making power, what not? Drama is a complete art form. We call it in Samahara Kala in Telugu. In Telugu, it is a combination of all art forms. It is not a single art form. Music is there, poetry is there, dance is there. Sometimes, not. There are so many categories of drama. That's why, because it is not a exclusive class for that, I am not going to in detail. You know, in Telugu, the Telugu drama started with its poetic dramas. Every shepherd, every villager used to sing one poem out of those dramas. That was the great history of Telugu drama. So it is a complete art form. I think it can make the students a complete human beings, complete citizens, as envisaged in the policy document. I think if it is time is up, I will rest now.
Yes, sir. It is quite emotional, and you have taken us back to the days of Bharat Muni Natya Sastra, and you have made exactly the topic line suiting to the purpose, and you also have touched upon how new education policy is asking drama to be implemented in the classroom. Sir, it is no doubt an interesting hour of time, almost since 5:30. Now it is 6:30. You have made a fantastic effort in bringing out how drama is going to help the two-way process of communication, helps both teachers and students so effectively. And it is my sincere regard, I should take permission to talk about you and your work for 5 minutes, as I have done research on you, and the participants here will definitely accept to talk little away from the concept that has been fixed here. And I wanted to definitely talk about Vijay Bhaskar. He is he is not just for the Telugu to originally to write. He has an ability in bringing out world famous dramas. When I have observed, Vijay Bhaskar has written Rutvik, a drama which has been popularly picked by most of the universities as a textbook for drama as major. He has worked in a different arena at Rayalaseema, though he was born in what you call
North Andhra.
East part, North Coastal Andhra Pradesh, Srikakulam, and he worked at Rayalaseema, understood the ethos of Telugu life, where he has tried his level best in understanding the world about the dead sport. He has written a drama named Puliswari, which has been translated. Almost all his dramas were translated into English. What I would like to tell you is, his dramas are the weapons. Though they look very calm, soft, and then only 100 pages in their volumes, but as the thought process that goes deep in, he has developed a separate theater on his own. So as he was mentioning in his talk, all 4 Vedas come up as a fifth Veda drama that has been emerged. Similarly, now I can mention Vijay Bhaskar's new theatre, new style of writing drama in the name of Sutha Theatre. I wanted to ask Sir to talk about just 3-4 minutes about the Sutha Theatre also, as he has come up
yeah.
with a treatise.
Actually,
How a drama is to be, and he
yeah,
has
it
mentioned.
is there in my plan of talk, but I felt that the time is already over. I stopped
Yes.
at this juncture.
Yes.
But I want to Sutha Theatre is my own concept of theatre. Under this concept, Sutha is the Rishi, you know all, who told all 18 Puranas, all 18 major Puranas. There are 230 Puranas, small, big and small other things. But major Puranas, as supposed to be written by Vyasa Maharshi, they are 18. And he narrated the Puranas to the world. In my view, where it is, Sutha is the first performer in the world, in my view. I also, it is my proposal. How it is proposed. So, where he narrated all these stories in Naimisharanya, when in between Dirgha Satra Yagam, in Naimisharanya, there is one Yagam is going on, which is called Dirgha Satra Yagam. So, as an entertainment, as a relief part, Rishis, after intervals, from Dirgha Satra Yagam, Rishis used to come to Sutha and listen these. So there are, in my view, one is, there is a dais in the Naimisharanyam. He sits on that, Sutha Maharshi sits on that, and there are Prakshakalu, Saunikadi Mahamunulu, there are so many mentioning will be like that. But I researched, who are the other munis? They are Saunika, Agnivatsa, Samsapaya, Mitrayu. So these are the main rishis. Of course, in addition to that, there may be so many people. So there is a dialogue between the Saunikadi Mahamunlu and Sutha Maharshi. So there is an articulation, there is an angikam, bodily gestures. While narrating, he might have turned his hands or head like this. So there is angikam bhuvanam yasya. Angikam is one of the communicative system according to Bharata Muni. Angikam, Vachakam, Aharyam, Satvikam. These are the 4 abhinayas. Angikam, the gesticulation of the body, is also one of the communication, acting. So there is all the ingredients, whatever the drama requires. There are audience, there is stage, there is articulator, there is a subject matter. So nothing is more lengthy than Puranas in the world. No literary document is there more longer, more elaborate than Puranas. So there is a text, there is a story, there is a conflict, there is characters, there is a crisis, there are problems, there are solutions. So whatever we expect from a drama, so there are all ingredients are there. That's why I called Sutha as the first performer in the world. So in his name, I proposed Sutha Theatre. Of course, Sutha Theatre is also paying sufficient respect and regards to Natya Shastram and also Bharata Muni. I proposed this Sutha Theatre, which is, you all know as English students and teachers, there are so many literary movements in the world, in Telugu also. Expressionism, symbolism, what is called feminism. Like that, isms have come in the in literature. So all these isms were copied or followed in Telugu also, in Indian literature, in all literatures, in Bengali, in Urdu, in Hindi, Marathi, Kannada, all literary fields, all these things have come. But it is, my Sutta theatre is an indigenous concept, which is built and growing on the foundation of Indian philosophy, purely Indian philosophy. And this aims, the aim of this Sutta theatre in those days, in the ancient times, Purana, there are 5 characteristics for a Purana. This Panchalakshana Samanvitam Purana: Sarga, Pratisarga, Manvantaram, Charitra, Vamsham. So these are the 5 elements, 5 characteristics for a Purana. That means Sutta used to praise the sagas, used to sing the glories of the heroes, the gods and demigods, emperors, kings, all these things he used to sing the glory. But my request to the present Sutta, my Sutta, is to sing about the common man. You have, in your previous bar, as a teller of Purana teller, you have sang the songs of the glories of the people at elite people at highest level, people who ruled the world, people who influenced the world in different ways. But my request to my Sutta is to sing the stories of common man, a rickshaw puller, a hamali, a petty vendor, a street vendor, a coolie. So like this, my theatre is about the people who are at lowest ebb, who are very difficult to meet their both ends. So that is my concept of Sutta theatre.
Fantastic, sir. I tried to venture in your talk and then make you to talk about your ism. Vijay Bhaskar is not just a personality. He has come up with a voice of people, and in Sutta theatre he has mentioned ruling always, being buried always. Ruling always, being buried.
Being ruled
always, being buried
alive. Being buried alive.
Yes. So he always tries to say about the sensitive areas with a pungent, or by adding some interesting flavor to it, tries to make the whole world understand with very simple language. He originally writes in Telugu and makes all this Telugu to be translated into English. I personally felt Sir has always dreamt of that the world has to witness overnight sea change. He never really expect overnight that there should be sea change. He wants to see through his literature, through his drama, or through his writers, that there should be a change has to occur with a kind of innovative ideology. He is for the people's side. Well in advance, before the experimentation was done on cinemas like Munnabai, Lage Raho Munnabai, that concept was already introduced decades ago by Vijay Bhaskar in the name of The Return of Gandhi, which has brought him a lot of accolades across the nation, even outside the nation. He has also experimented by presenting the deadly dangerous sport of our Rayalaseema region, which we call factionism, but he has mentioned it as riding the tiger. Though there was a lot of stage shows, movies were cast well in advance, being a an administrative officer who worked there, who has understood the power behind of the people's ideologies for his drama writing, police have come forward to make the drama play as a message-oriented drama to see that the widows who have lost their husbands in the deadly sport of factionism at Rayalaseema. It shows he has put all his effort, drama to be means of so many things. It's not alone communication. He loves to say drama is a message for the whole world. So with this, I'll be happy, sir, to have you here, even at your happy age to take rest. We have made you to work for us for 5-6 days on this, and you have taken all that, and we really love you. And now we have a question and answer session, sir, maybe for 5 to 10 minutes, if you can accept, we'll call. And there is already a hand raised, and this is Srinivas Babu. For the past many days, he is asking me, when Dirgasi Vijayabhaskar talks, remind me of, I'll be there at his session. And he is ready, sir. I hope Srinivas Babu now talks.
Good evening, sir. Good evening to the team of Lendi and Vijayabhaskar, sir. I'm very happy to see. I belong to Srikakulam. My father worked as a teacher in Ampoli, our native place, Aplam Baburao Garu. He is a native of Kalingpatnam, sir.
Oh.
So I'm very happy to mention at this juncture, sir. So I simply read your 3 plays. They are Return of Gandhi, The Chair, Ride the Tiger. Why? Because Reddy Shastri, sir, is my guru. And you visited Gayatri College. I'm the vice principal of Gayatri College and head of the department of English, sir. I'm very happy to be here at this particular juncture because of my friend, Dr. Haribabu, sir. See, you hand out a book that is Spring Thunder. Reddy Shastri, sir, asked me to go through it, and I simply, I have given a review on this book also. And we staged this particular first scene of the Return of Gandhi with my students in our college, sir. Already we have done it, and our students participated in it and they enjoyed a lot. So I'm very much thankful to you, sir. Another point is you have mentioned here, drama is a powerful means of expression. Exactly, sir. Another important point is the new education policy reminds us to go back and see the treasures of India. We have many treasures of knowledge, and we can get accomplished with the knowledge what we have. We forget about the greatness of India. India is a place for, it is a center for knowledge for each and every country. It should be the example for other countries. What we can say that you have mentioned about culture, the origin of drama, and drama is simply, it is a complete form of all arts connected with each and everything, but it is neglected today. But and you see that the person's all skills can be exhibited in terms of drama. What we can say that if anybody wants to act in a particular drama, definitely that person requires a lot of skill, otherwise it is not possible, sir, as far as your words are concerned. But I simply have recollected Wordsworth words, evocation and evocation I have found in you. Because you're working in a government sector, still you have a vocation towards drama, writing, poetry, short story, novel, everything. That's why you should be the inspiration to the teaching fraternity. We people, though we are in teaching fraternity, we are not supposed to do the things well. What I can say that I feel guilty on this particular part, because we have to give some sort of presentation or explanation or something like to the students. But to what extent we deliver the goods which are to be needful to the students to lead his life, because we can cooperate and we can simply present what we can say that the skills which are required, especially to the students, that can be possible through English language and literature, but is neglected today. What I can say that I'm very sorry to mention here, and I thank Mr. Dr. Haribabu. Dr. Haribabu, when he mentioned about your work and his research area, I felt very happy, because we did something on the writers of other country. What about our country? Because he's a native of Srikakulam and he simply picked up a great personality and his works and talents, all these things today. Just this is the first talk I have listened to you, sir. So you have mentioned many points. At the initial point, you said Haribabu, Dr. Haribabu invited me out of simply respect or something like that. No, sir. If there is a respect towards you, at the same time, I feel very happy to mention that there is a debate between Guru and Shishya. So I feel very happy for that. because
Thank you.
the Guru feels very happy whenever the Shishya shines or elevates and gets success in his career with a bright future, what we can say that. And another mention, you have mentioned that Dr. Haribabu is expressive, because each and every human being must be expressive, then only he will be successful in his career, otherwise there is no life for that. How long
Yes.
we live on this earth is not important, for what, how expressive we are before others. That's very, very important. And you covered many, many points, valid points from origin to the present, and in which way it is connected with this particular form. And now we are talking about online tools. Now, drama is the main tool. We forget about it.
Yeah.
Actually, it is a main tool for language teaching. Not only language teaching, if we dramatize the things in science also, I think that will be useful to the students. They can understand it very easily. Thank you very much for your enlightened lecture, and I thank Dr. Haribabu to pick up a right person, and he expressed his reverence and deference and respect to his guru at this particular platform. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. And I would like to ask
Thank
one
you.
question. How can we people simply prepare the students to participate in drama and to develop their communication skills effectively? That's the question from my side. And how can we make our teaching more effective in terms of using drama in our classroom?
Thank you, Srinivas Babu Garu, for your kind words about me. And I'm also thankful to you because you have read my Spring Thunder anthology. And Reddy Shastri Garu is also lecturer to me in Government Arts College when I was a student of English literature.
Oh,
So,
nice.
so thank you. So I will discuss separately, Srinivas Garu.
Yes.
Okay. Now proceed.
Yeah. Any other questions that we have? Maybe chat manager or host?
Sir, there have been a lot of appreciations coming down, sir,
Okay.
in the chat box.
Okay.
So most of them expressed happiness, a very nice and effective presentation. Very nice presentation, sir, and made us nostalgic to our English classes. Wonderful presentation with relevant illustrations. How drama is connected with NEP.
All right.
Yes, thank you, sir. A bird's eye view on drama, informative. Super, sir. You explained in a fantastic way. You explained how drama is useful in education. Thank you, sir. So interesting session and informative. The session is just super. It's true. An awesome session, interesting session, extremely fruitful session. If we get sincere towards drama, so many things to learn from the dramatic stories. Somebody wrote, sir.
So
Very interesting session.
Thank you, Andy. Thank you all of those who commented positively. It means they have understood the spirit of the lecture or the session. So in drama, there is another word, sahrudaya. If the prakshaka or the audience is, when the audience is sahrudaya, then only he can understand the message of the drama or the theme of the drama or the conflict of the drama. So thank you very much, who are very attentive and followed the line of the session or my lecture. Thank you very much for the management of Lendi College, and my heartful thanks to Dr. Haribabu Garu and Mahalakshmi Garu and Vinod Kumar Garu and Team English. You have coined a very good name for your entire team, and from the moment of fixing my session, my participation in the session, your people are thoroughly after me, informing the date, time, and alerting me. I have seen so much promptness on your team and dedication, and it is an exemplary FDP, I think, and it is first of its kind in the country. You may extend this type of workshops and sessions, FDP, faculty development programs in other places also under the guidance of Haribabu. And I also thank your principal Sir Rama Reddy Garu and other other organizers and responsible persons for this great event. And I am very much thankful to you all for having given me this wonderful opportunity to share some of my humble opinions or ideas on drama. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Before you are going and before we are winding up the session, sir, we have a hobby of conducting polls while we are listening to your lecture, especially related to your lecture. There was a poll that has happened, sir. I now request poll manager to release the whole statistics and then analysis of that poll. And I hope Mr. Paul, okay. Introducing drama in teaching in the classrooms helps the learner to understand clearly. There is around 93% of people say yes. Thank God nobody said no, sir.
Yes.
And we have 7% said can't say. Fantastic. Drama is still more wanted need in the classroom. And this we wanted to even send it to AICTE in the next proposal that we are making to have another project or any other educative or academic initiative like this to see that the drama is to be highlighted. Is drama a neglected or sought after form of art in the 21st century classroom? Thank God, 62%. 62% said neglected, and of course 38% sought after. And we can definitely take it forward to understand why is it neglected, how is it to be revived, and all that we can discuss out of this analysis. Why should a learner have to feel the essence of drama in the classroom? Thank God. All the above, 68%. Awareness about the society, interesting. Taking classes with dramatization can engage and motivate the learner. These are all the very interesting features to use drama as means of communication. We also have, do you know this session deals with drama in 21st century classroom? 97% hopefully accepted this one. Let's hope the drama should again be the part of our classroom in order to make teaching learning process, communicative teaching process more engaging, more exciting. Teachers can use activities based on drama to help learners developing speaking, listening, and comprehension in the classroom. 100% agreed. That's great. Drama builds confidence and develops language and communication skills. After your lecture, definitely, sir, 100% will definitely agree for this. Learners' bodies, minds, and emotions are extremely active when they become engrossed in the drama. 97%. I don't know why 3% are reluctant. Hope they might take drama in a different way. Does drama stimulates imagination and creativity? 100%. So thank you very much for all the participants who have been so patient enough, so kind enough, and then working on one of the most neglected work form. We are really taking it forward, and we have a beacon light, Dr. D. Vijayabhaskar, with the God's grace, he is there as a pioneer for all of us. We'll take it forward, and we'll also see that there should be sea change. There is another hand raised, sir. We'll take his call also. Dr. S. Sridhar, sir. You can mute.
Hari, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hari, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. Good evening.
Good evening, Dr. Vijayabhaskar garu.
Good evening, Andy.
I am Dr. Sridhar Andy, working as Vice Principal Academics, a colleague of Haribabu, sir.
Okay.
So
Good evening,
I
Sridhar
just
garu.
want to say thanks to you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Why? The question is, why I'm saying thanks? That also I want to tell. For the past many times, I heard from Haribabu sir. He used to praise his Guruji plenty of times. And it so happened that during the most recent Tana meetings also, I attended your lecture.
Yeah.
Only because of you, I have attended that lecture, sir.
Yeah. Thank
Even
you.
today
Andy.
also, only to attend your lecture, I came here. And I thank you very much for enlightening all of us. So this instant, I remember one small thing, sir.
Tell me.
Normally, during the school education, in the elementary classes, the teachers used to teach the kids in the form of actions,
Okay.
dramas. That kind of knowledge used to have a great impression in the mindset of the student.
Yes.
The student never forgets that.
Yes.
And if we go back to our literature and our culture, some decades back, we used to have the Harikadas, Burrakadas.
Yeah. Very
They
powerful.
used to be very much informative, sir. Very much informative.
Yeah.
They used to enlighten the people, taking some social issues and all. But now the piteous thing of the day is, so this kind of knowledge, transforming knowledge to the people in the form of dramas is very much lagging. But again,
Yes.
you have made us all of us enlightened by bringing it to the forefront. Thank you very much, sir, for enlightening all of us. Thank you, Haribabu Garu, for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you, Sridhar sir. It is quite interesting. Even I have seen you from the background of electronics and communication engineering, one of the senior professors on this 3 districts, North Coastal Andhra Pradesh, who has got a wonderful connectivity with AICTE too. He's also another director for one short-term training program. Thanks for you to attend this session, understanding the value and then interesting base of the drama. We'll be always grateful to you, sir. And I hope.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Sridhar Garu. Thank you, Sridhar Garu, for your
Thank
words.
you, sir. Thank you very much,
And
sir.
especially reminding the folk art forms like Harikatha and Burkada, as you said, actually they are very powerful medium, and
Exactly,
all
sir.
put, especially Harikatha, that Harikatha is a synonym for our Adibatla Narayan Das Garu.
Haribat Narayan, sir.
Adibatla Narayan Das Garu is a very profound scholar, and it is a one-man show. Harikatha is a
Exactly.
one-man show. Acting, presenting, scripting, everything will be done by only one man. So many roles will be done by the Harikadasu. So it's a
Haridasu.
wonderful Haridasu, and it has to be revived. Okay, thank you, Andy Sridhar.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
One more last but not the least, sir, our coordinator, Vinay Kumar also has raised his hand. Sir.
Good evening, sir. Namaste, sir. Sir, in fact, sir, I am very honored and blessed to have you in our FDP, sir. In fact, on the day one, when our kingpin, Mr. Hari, sir, has asked you to attend as a resource person, you have accepted, sir. And one more thing, sir, like when we had this FDP through online, what I thought is it may be an easiest one to reach people. But today I regret, if at all we had this through physical presence, we would have met each other, sir. And this would have been gone into a different way. But I would request our Kingpin Hari, sir, to invite you once again to our campus so that our students can enlighten by your words, sir. And once again, we are honored and blessed, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. My thanks are due to Vinay Kumar Garu and Mahalakshmi Garu, because they are very keen in every aspect regarding this conduct of this seminar.
Thank you very much, sir.
At every moment they used to remind me, sir, this program is like this at this time. So thank you very much, Haribabu Garu. You have a wonderful team of English team. So any leader's success depends upon the next generals. So yes, you have a very good team in English department. I wish you all the best.
Thank you very much, sir. Before winding up, I thank everyone who has participated today, starting from Srinivas Babu, Sridhar sir, and then Vinay Kumar sir. Of course, there are a lot of people, Padmaja ma'am who has written well, a lot of comments. And there was a long word. I don't know why poll manager has left it, but anyway, we can take it up. I really worried to see that long word. Maybe it is excited, or it is an excitement that is to be shared by that interesting long word about drama. And we are very happy, sir. And today we are emotionally again imbalanced to go with a balanced diet now. It is not just eye feast, it is even ear feast. And of course, a lot of satisfaction rendered. This is a mind-blowing session. We'll be very happy, sir, if you also can continue bless and then being with us in the other 3-4 days of session. Oh, there is this session is just supercalifragilistic
explodocious.
I wanted to know the meaning of it also, sir. This is something extravagant, sir.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Oh, great! It is very interesting, Ramana sir, and this might be most interesting. And with this, let's wind up the session, and we'll be meeting by tomorrow morning 9:15 for a new session to be started by Challa Ramakrishna Garu, who talks about photojournalism as the need of communication in the classroom. We request all the participants to come back again. I know so often there is a lot of technical glitch that is happening, maybe because of the power outages, maybe because of the internet disconnectivity. I see most of you are missing here and there, but the videos, the whole video graph of this can be dropped on our WhatsApp. Kindly access on WhatsApp by at the end of the session. With this, let's say a wonderful thanks to our Guru Vijay Bhaskar sir, and thank you one and all. Good night.
Thank you.
Fine.
Thank
Sir.
you very much.
I request host to end the session.